Hey, what's up? This is NBA 3030. This video series is dealing with cults and basic Christian apologetics. In this video, I'm going to deal with the Jehovah's Witnesses. Here are their two major books, the New World Translation, which is translated inaccurately. Muslims want to talk about a Bible that's been changed and corrupt. This is the book that's been changed and corrupt. So, but Almaty love to quote from this book, a heretical Christian group, and also from the Reading from Scripture book. This book tells Jehovah's Witnesses how to answer Christians and those asking particular questions. And so let me give you a brief history upon the Jehovah's Witnesses, because this is one of the more larger, more popular groups here in America, and the founder of this particular group is Charles Taze Russell. He was born in Pennsylvania in 1852, and he died in 1916. He died never to see the return of Christ, even though he prophesied it a number of times. And he borrowed a lot of the doctrine from Elaine G. White, from the Seventh-day Adventist, Adventist or whatever. So he took some of their doctrines. He rejected the notion of hell. They believe in annihilation. They don't believe in the doctrine of hell. Though his mother and his father were Christian, I don't know at what point in time they died in his childhood. So you could come in. I mean, you could. Oh yeah, go ahead. That was my friend and brother. He just has to go around and do something real quick. His brother, his father and mother were Christian, but to what extent, I don't really know. In 1817, he organized a Bible class of about 6 people. In 1876, his followers elected him as a pastor. I think his name was Pastor Russell or something like that. And this group was called the Russellites. And so today this organization reaches about 3 to 5 million people in the world. That's worldwide. And the first 5 presidents were Charles Taze Russell, Joseph F. Rutherford, and Nathan Knorr, Frederick W. France, and Milton G. Hansel or something like that. That was their first 5 presidents. And what was so interesting, that every president changed the doctrine of the New World or changed the doctrines of the Jehovah's Witnesses. I think they try to leave their mark and stamp of authority by changing. They constantly change their doctrines. And so they changed their name from Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, earlier in the historical movement of this particular heretical group is that they changed their name a few times. First, they were known as the Russellites, and then they were known as the Millennium Dawn, because they felt that the millennium was coming and approaching, have 100 years of false prophecies about the return of Christ. And so I think right now they hold to that Jesus Christ did return in, I think it was 1918, but he returned spiritually in 1918. I don't see that anywhere. I see, when I turn on the news, a lot of death, a lot of despair. But they changed their name also to the Watchtower and Tract Society. They were the People's Pulpit Association. They were the Brooklyn Tabernacle. The International Bible Student Association, and the Jehovah's Witnesses. This is kind of interesting because they're always changing their name, their faces, which is quite often, because criminals change their names quite often, not to bring up their past errors and what have you. The name of Jehovah's Witnesses seemed to stick because they found a Bible reference. Remember, they're pretext. So they found the Bible references in Isaiah 43, verse 10 and 11, where it talks about, "Ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord." And so they took "ye are my witnesses," they took the term witness, And a mistranslation of the Hebrew for the term Yahweh, they mistranslate it. I could talk about that a little bit later, and they take the name Jehovah. I do and I don't have any quarrels about the name Jehovah. I prefer Yahweh, Yahweh of the Old Testament, as the accurate translation of the or what is it called, the Tecmentagram or something like that. It's probably, I mispronounce it, so don't quote me on that particular name. But they take the name Jehovah as that name, but yet it's a mistranslation. But that's not here or there. So here are some of the characteristics of Jehovah's Witnesses. They're very zealous. They evangelize. They go door to door and wake you up annoyingly at about 8 in the morning, which I do sit out there and talk to them, because I don't invite them into my home. I don't agree with the spirit they bring. And so I talk to them outside my house. And then we talk, and they usually leave mad because they don't like what I have to say. I try to share the love of God, who Jesus Christ is, to them, and show them basically what the Bible does teach. And they meet regularly. They meet 5 times a week. And their authority is another group of individuals who are at the Watchtower and Tract Society men, and these men are only the ones who can interpret the Bible accurately. And so they have these regular Bible studies, but the Bible studies are studying the Awake magazine and the Watchtower and Tract Society magazines. And so these are the individuals well dressed. They come with suit and ties. The Mormons have their little white shirts with the little tag and with the black slacks. Jehovah's Witnesses as well too. There's something with cults that try to change the outward appearance of an individual. I don't know what that is. But a particular verse that will help you Christians that will help you evangelize is 1 Peter 3:15, where it says, "But sanctify the Lord in your heart, and be ready always to give a defense, be always ready to give an answer and a defense to everyone that asks you for the reason and hope that lies within you, with meekness and fear." Always be ready to give a reason, and this is the purpose of these apologetic videos. And my next video, I'm dealing with Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm going to summarize some of their doctrinal heresies. Take care. God bless.